Dear students, in this chapter, Why Do We Fall Ill? We will discuss about the health, disease and its types, causes of disease, antibiotics, principle of treatment, principles of prevention. Let us start the discussion. That what is health? Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. This is quoted by World Health Organization. Now, we should know about the disease. Any kind of disturbance in the structure or function of any organ or part of the body. It may be caused due to the attack of pathogens like virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungus, etc. Lack of nutritious diet or balanced diet and lack of public health services. Disease may occur. Now we should talk about the types of the diseases. Diseases are basically of two types. They are either acute disease or chronic disease. Acute disease which lasts for only a short period of time is called acute disease. For example, influenza, common cold, etc. While the chronic disease which lasts for long period of time is called chronic disease. For example, tuberculosis, cancer, etc. In fact, acute disease are short in duration, while the chronic disease are long in duration. Regarding acute disease, patients may recover completely after the cure. Chronic disease, patient does not recover completely. In acute disease, there is no loss of weight or feeling of tiredness afterward, while in chronic disease, there is often loss of weight or feeling of tiredness. And in acute disease, short duration, loss of work and efficiency. In chronic disease, there is a prolonged loss of work and efficiency. Now let us talk about the causes of disease as immediate and contributory causes. Immediate cause, the organism that enter our body and causes disease is called immediate cause. For example, virus, bacteria, protozoa, etc. And contributory cause, the secondary factors which lead these organisms enter our body are called as contributory cause. For example, dirty water, contaminated food, improper nourishment, poor standard of living, etc. Now, the talk about infectious and non-infectious causes. Infectious causes, they include the agents like microbes or microorganisms as the immediate causes which spread the disease from an infected person to a healthy person. And non-infectious causes in this disease which does not spread by contact between infected and healthy person through air and water is called non-infectious disease. Infectious and non-infectious disease, the disease which spread due to infection by microorganisms are called infectious disease. When a disease causing organism enters our body, it causes infection. It multiplies and grows in the body called host, and microorganism multiplies in the host body. For example, tuberculosis, tetanus, common cold, AIDS, etc. And regarding non-infectious disease, the disease which does not spread by contact between infected and healthy person through air and water, it is called non-infectious disease. For example, cancer, genetic abnormalities, high blood pressure, etc. Spreading infectious disease may be airborne, waterborne, sexual disease, animal-borne, etc. For example, airborne, common cold, influenza, measles, tuberculosis. Example of waterborne disease, cholera, typhoid, hepatitis. And sexual disease, AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. and animal-borne disease like rabies. Now, the important discussion about antibiotics. These are the chemicals or medicine or drugs that block biochemical pathways important for bacteria. They are used for diseases caused by bacteria and other microorganisms also. Antibiotics do not work against viral infections, as the viruses do not have their own biochemical mechanisms but depend upon that of the host. We should now talk about the principles of treatment. Two principles: either to reduce the effects of the disease or to kill the causes of the diseases. First, by taking medicines to bring down the effects of the disease like fever, pain, etc., and by taking complete rest to conserve the body's energy, and by taking suitable antibiotics and drugs which kill the disease causing microbes. Principles of prevention. General method: they involve preventive exposure against microbes, and second, by boosting the immune system. Preventing exposure against microbes can be done like this way. For airborne microbes, we can prevent exposure by avoiding overcrowded places. For waterborne microbes, we can prevent exposure by not using contaminated water. And for vector-borne infections, we can prevent exposures by providing clean environment. By boosting the immune system, our immune system plays an important role in fighting against the microbes that enter our body. Strengthening the immune system can help in preventing many diseases. So, proper nourishment of healthy diet that includes all the necessary nutrients as well as vitamins and minerals is necessary for better functioning of our immune system. A specific method. It involves the prevention method directed against a particular disease. It is done by immunization, which is the process of introducing a weakened pathogen inside the body of the host to make his/her immune system to produce antibodies against that particular disease, so that the next time, even if the disease will strike the host body with full vigor, the body will be able to protect itself with the help of these antibiotics. Now, you are supposed to answer these questions in your class notebook. What is called vector? Give one example. What is vaccination? Give the details how it works in human body. And the third question, state any two conditions essential for good health. And you should try to differentiate between communicable and uncommunicable diseases. Give one example of each. Next question, name the pathogens which can cause acute and sleeping sickness. What are the difference by which infectious disease are spread? What do you mean by active and passive immunization? State two principles of treatment of a disease. Why making antiviral medicine is harder than making antibacterial medicine. Thank you. Have a nice day. Dear students,